This is a certified VoroAMI classic. Multiple rebels are seen firing at the notorious talent known as the new and improved King Zarion, who recently took over the body of Dr. Victor thanks to a little help from an unconscious Ben Tennyson and Amphibian. Like my buddy pulled a superior Spider-Man trick here, for real, or should I say a dead man trick. And you guys are probably like, huh? This feeble old man is now in full control of one of Ben's deadliest foes from the OG series? And yeah, he is. It's all thanks to his idiotic son, Gaiula, who has constantly been trash talking him over the years for being the reason why his mother is no longer around, and the fact that he's become a weak king thanks to his old age. And King Zarion, having enough of his son's roast sessions, decided on using the incredible abilities of Amphibian from Ben's Ultra Matrix to transform himself into the ultimate power, aka Dr. Victor, and not just humble his son, Gaiula, into submission, but the rebels as well. And honestly, I feel for the old man in a way. Like, dude was tired of being roasted for being a normally aged old man and wanted to show everyone he still has it, unfortunately to the detriment of Ben and his squad, as they originally came to the country to collect Dr. Victor, but instead all got packed up by the team that they were supposed to be helping. Crazy work, man. The new Dr. Victor utilizes the signature Frankenstein walk so he can power up his fist with a future static special, and uses the glorious maneuver to blow up a nearby tank. Bro turned that tank into the ones from Halo. You know what that means. Buddy is here to do damage, and I'm talking about DC Frankenstein levels of damage. A rebel fires numerous shots at Dr. Victor with the accuracy of an enemy component in the Halo series. My guy is unfazed by all those shots. I know deep down King Zarion is enjoying his new strengthened body as he catches a missile with his catching card equipped and throws it back at the rebel with the precision of a prime Randy Johnson, resulting in a huge explosion of the tank. My man, I know you're enjoying the hacks of your new body, but chill, my guy. Dr. Victor jumps up with his General Island card to land on another tank as he tells the lone rebel that today, you and your kind, wow, he really just said that. Anyways, will pay the ultimate price for your treason, and powers up an electric punch ready to send this Waluigi man into the afterlife with a Raiden punch, when suddenly Victor is hit in the back with a Charizard fireball. And from this moment here, y'all, I was thinking, ain't no way, right? Like we saw Wildmutt in the episode earlier, even if he wasn't here as a cameo, but there's no way we're seeing the worldwide talent, aka the greatest Ben 10 alien of all time, Heatblast, in this episode too, right? So imagine my shock level when Victor asks if he's being hit by another tank. If so, bring 100, and then we see the GOAT Ben 10 alien, and yes, he is the GOAT, aka Heatblast, pulling up to the scene like 2020 Edge from the Rumble, all while saying, I'm fresh out of tanks, your hiney, but I am bringing the heat. Top 5 Heatblast lines of all time. Like, bro, seeing this scene for the first time as a kid back then was marvelous. Heatblast was back and pulled up to the scene like 95 Michael Jordan to showcase why he's still the GOAT Ben 10 alien. It's still so incredible. Ben fires numerous fireballs at Dr. Victor, and this dude Victor is like, damn, I guess he would pull up on me after I use his watch without permission to transform me into this monster. The Chad known as Kevin pulls up and whacks Victor to the ground with a metamorpho special, and homie's face, Victor's like, how dare you do that to my new body? Do you know how long it took me to claim this new vessel? As he runs up in the hopes of doing Kevin the same way Seth did Roman back at the 2025 Royal Rumble match. Gwen Tennyson pulls up and launches an assault on Victor, and y'all see the homie Kevin smiling in the background, seeing his girl lay the smackdown on this fraud. For any ladies watching this video, make sure you get a dude who smiles at you like Kevin when you're doing something incredible. Dr. Victor, who is tired of being spammed, utilizes a Heihachi ground smash to launch Gwen away, and bruh, she's already packed up. If there's one thing I hated in this series was inconsistencies behind Gwen's character whenever she was in combat. Kevin checks to see if Gwen is alright, and this proves to not be a smart move from the Chad known as Kevin, as he gets launched away by another electric blast. Did my guy so dirty, got laid out so badly like Roman after 2025 Rumble. Like, that's still such a crazy spot to me, man. Ben is like, oh snap, my squad got packed up, and flies over to see if they're okay, and bruh, Kevin really got finished in one strike too. Dr. Victor, who's in this 97 Shawn Michaels level cockiness, tells Ben that he's running out of allies, and Ben retorts by saying he doesn't need any assistance to take down Victor, and spill your talk, GOAT. Ben has dealt with with the wildest things from the OG Victor back in the day, so you already know Ben's got this covered. Ben and Victor charge at each other, with Victor launching the first swing, and unfortunately for this fraud, he misses the swing, allowing Ben to hop off his rock and deliver a devastating punch that sends him into the ground. Now Ben's got this dude eating grass like a farmhouse. I'm telling y'all, Ben is mad disrespectful in the fight, like for real for real. Victor gets up and spazzes out in rage as he tries to swing at Ben, and y'all, this has to be the most embarrassing moment for Victor in this fight as he tries landing a hit on Ben numerous times but fails every time. Like, what is this right here? You are not Rock Lee. Dude is now trying to perform a midway enziguri, if that's even possible. Safe to say, Ben's gonna be packing up this fraud very soon. Ben catches himself, and my goodness, Heatblast really do be ballin', man. With his fire pose he's doing right here, Ben summons his rock back and charges his hands in flames so he can deliver the first wink, and yes, this is where the infamous thumbnail takes place, and man, is it a good one as Ben punches Victor in the face again. And you know you're a trash villain when Ben is using an alien who's not known for punching at all on his foes, and he's doing that to you instead. Like, do y'all ever remember Heatblast throwing physical hands on the villains back in the OG series? Because the only time I remember him doing that is when he first faced Vilgax, and let's say that didn't go too well for young Ben at the time. Victor stumbles into a destroyed tank, and Ben with his two regrouped homies asks Victor if he's had enough, and man, Heatblast looks so good in this episode, bruh. Heatblast has never had a terrible design in any of the shows, but this one has to be my favorite right here, to be honest. Victor, who thinks he's a 99 overall player when really he's an 80 overall, tells Ben he hasn't even begun yet as he picks up a tank with his Hall of Fame strength badge. Ben at the moment decides he's about to end the new Victor's whole career and launches fire at this failed villain, resulting in a tank to melt all over him. Even had the gang looking like, yeah, he's done, and Kevin smirking, man. Devious smirk, but it's deserved. Victor, the sore loser, still tries to fight, and Gwen in her head is like, boy, if you don't sit that shit down, as she uses one of her techniques called turbo to dry up the molten metal, and damn, bro got embarrassed at the very end. Deserved though. Kevin gets ready to pack up Victor for shooting him in the back and for making him miss out on a teleporter pod. Ben, who isn't trying to hear his homie yap, flies over to tell him to just get over with the punching already, and this is peak Heatblast content right here, man, with his hand out. I'm surprised this image of him is not used more as a meme out there, but if it is now, let it be now. This would naturally lead to Gaiula pulling up in hopes of taking charge of everything there, only to be humiliated by Ben Tennyson when he not only took the homie's device but broke it so that every soldier there that was under his mind control was free to make their own decisions. And when the Tennyson team finally got ready to leave the area, the fake Victor informs them that they made a very big enemy out of him that day, and Ben, being the nonchalant hero he is, was like, cool bro, you can join Vilgax, Rojo, and everyone else on the line of those that want to pack me up. Which is so funny because bro never got to take his revenge because Sasuke packed up his wrinkly ass in Omniverse, and trust me, Sasuke got a standing ovation for doing that too, because we ended up getting the real Dr. Victor back in that series. And come on bro, this old man really thought he was gonna get some revenge. Like bro, you're old man, this pass on to the next afterlife in that series. But seriously, one of my favorite episodes in Ultimate Alien. It was so great seeing Heatblast return in the series, and I gotta say, Heatblast's design in this show was my favorite out of all the designs he's had in each show, even the reboot. Like, I just love how Heatblast gradually got darker with each series as Ben got older, and then in Omniverse, my homie became a bulked out Chad. Like, you can tell my guy just got done doing a whole body workout in the gym every time he pulled up in the episode. But I stand by the belief that Heatblast is the greatest alien in the Ben 10 franchise. Like, he's the very first alien Ben ever used, so it was only poetic that he had this 95 Michael Jordan, oh wait, John Cena type return in this series. One of the best moments for real that needs to be talked about more. But anyways, if y'all enjoyed the video, consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel. I also have a Ben 10 playlist for y'all that features my older videos, so y'all make sure to check it out when this video drops. I also have a DC playlist, a Marvel playlist as well, so make sure to check that out as well. I have an Instagram if y'all want to follow on there, as well as a link tree that has my other shows as well. As always, I hope y'all continue having a nice week, and I'll catch y'all for the next video. VoroAMI out.